Hi there, welcome to the Money Mastery platform with Peter Asare Nyarko. In today's episode, we are looking at how to budget using the envelope system. And so you can see in my hand, I have an envelope. Yes, we are going to see how we can budget using envelopes. So in budgeting, there are various ways you can do your budget, and one of the proven ways is to use the envelope system. And so now let's go into our discussion today. Today I'm going to do a lot of reading, yes, to help us walk through the steps. And so whether you are looking to go cash only or simply ways to rein in your spending, the envelope system is a great budgeting tool. All you need to get started is your pen or pencil and a copy of your budget. And so all you need to start your envelope system is to get a pen or a pencil and then your budget that you have put together. So mostly your budget list or your expenditure for the month. So your needs, your wants, and then what will go into savings. And so if you are using 50, 30, 20% rule, you have that budget with you. How do you make sure you achieve your target by using the envelope system? So let's follow some steps. The first step you need to do is to review your budget. For the envelope system to work, the first thing you need to know is how much money you have coming in and how much you have going out. Start by making sure your budget reflects your current financial situation. If you don't already have a budget, establish one. And so before the envelope system can work, if you don't have a budget, then go back and watch our video on budgeting. And then come back to watch how you can use the envelope system to make sure your budget works. And so, yes, the second thing you need to do is to separate your expenses. So you need to separate your expenses. And so if you were using the 50, 30, 20% rule, that means 50% will go into your needs, 30 will go into your wants, and 20 will go into savings. You need to separate them. Now, on your needs, what are your needs? Rent, food, transport. So separate each of them. Don't join them together. Now, when you come to your wants, entertainment, dining out, and all those things, separate them. Separate them. Now, let's go further. Then divide your spending categories. After separating them, you need to divide them. Look over your budget and divide it into areas of spending you can cover with cash or with online payments. So, for example, your food, your gasoline, your clothing, entertainment are the 4 big items that you can divide your budget into. Then create an envelope for each category. There is no need to be fancy. A plain white envelopes with the category rating on them will do. So if you take this envelope, then you write on it food, you put it aside. You take another envelope, you write entertainment, you put it aside. Another envelope, you write clothing, you put it aside. Now fill your envelopes. Fill your envelopes. That's the next step. Fill each envelope with the money you have allotted to that particular category, or indicate on the envelope the amount you want to spend. So on each envelope, write the category and indicate on it the amount you want to spend, and then fill them with that amount. And so if you are spending 1,000 Ghana cedis on transport, put that 1,000 cedis into the envelope. If you are spending 1,500 cedis on groceries or food, put that money into your envelope. So you are using the envelope system to budget. You are using the envelope system to budget. And then spend until the money is gone. The next step is to spend. So if I'm going to buy gasoline or gas, I'll go into my envelope that says gasoline. And so if I'm buying, let's say 300 cedis, I'll just take my 300 cedis out and then leave the remaining amount in the envelope. Yes. Pay for your purchases out of the appropriate envelopes, but only until the money is gone. If you are using an online payment or a debit card, subtract each expenses on the envelope until you reach zero. So let's say if you are using Momo to do it, and then the money is on your phone. Once you send Momo for that transaction, go back into your envelope and take out the money. Take that back the money. At that point, all spending in the drain category must cease until the next month. And so if you finish spending your, let's say, transport, then you need to cease spending on transport. So maybe you have to walk to work. Yes. So you have to be flexible when you are budgeting. Don't restrain yourself, or don't be too strict in budgeting. So mostly I advise people that when you are budgeting, you need to put certain percentage on your budget, because anything can happen. Tomorrow you can wake up and then drivers will say we have increased our fees. So you need to make projections for that. So you need to be flexible when you are setting your budget, so that you don't hurt yourself in the process. And then put any leftover money into savings. Yes, so once you create your budget and then you are using the envelope system, you have all your money filled in the envelope, and at the end of the month you have money left in the envelope. Put that money into your savings. Don't say, hey, I have leftover, so I'm going to use it. Spend it all. No, that money should go back into savings. Very important. So put any leftover money into your savings. If you have money left in your envelopes at the end of the month and it is your savings, add it to your savings, or use it to pay down a debt. Very important. Another advisable method is to create an envelope strictly for savings. So you can create an envelope strictly for savings. When reviewing your budget, determine how much you can set aside to not spend. So when you are creating your budget, so personally I treat my savings as an expense. Yes. And then I always pay myself first. So you need to have an envelope for savings. Very important. And then the following month, make sure you refill again the next month. Refill your envelope the next month. Refill or mark the envelopes and start again. Each month is a new opportunity to make your budget work. So the envelope system is really very simple method of budgeting. Once you have created a budget, buy envelopes, write the categories on the envelopes, fill your envelopes with the amount of money you want to spend that month. If you spend all the money, the next month refill your envelopes again. But every envelope that you were not able to spend all the money, take that money, put it into your savings account, or use it to pay down your debt. That is what the envelope system is saying. It is very, very important way to make sure you are sticking to your budget. So the envelope system actually helps you stick to your budget. Once you have money filled in your envelopes, it keeps you disciplined. It helps you to know how much you are spending. And at the end of the month, you can just take your envelope and do all your calculations and know where you went wrong and where you improved, so you can always adjust your financial decisions. So the envelope system is one great way to budget, or to make sure your budget is working. And I will recommend it for all of you to start practicing the envelope system. If you haven't, this is a great way. Buy envelopes, mark them, and then start using them to improve your financial decisions. If this video was helpful, you can leave a comment in the comment section and I'll respond to it. If you have any question, you can drop them. And then let's help improve our channel. Share your opinions, share your suggestions, and let's improve the Money Mastery platform. Thank you once again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.